Good evening, it's Harry Vandersog here. I'm here for the next 25 minutes to answer your members' questions. Thank you for all those members who have emailed in. Any further questions, please feel free to write them in the comment section and I will try to answer as many as possible. So, first question is from Alex from Manly. How did it feel to play against PSG and Marc Mbappe? Yeah, it was really good. It was a really good learning curve for me to play against such good opposition like PSG. They're probably one of the best teams in the world, and to Marc Mbappe, that was I guess a dream come true. I've been watching him for ever since he sort of came onto the scene. So yeah, it was really cool to mark him for a game. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it. James from St Leonard's, how have you found the step up to the A-League? Yeah, I found it was difficult the first couple of games, but once I sort of got into the routine of getting on at certain amount of times and getting some more minutes, I got used to it a bit more. So yeah, I think it takes a bit of time, but yeah, I think I've gotten a bit used to it now. Bo Jackson, what has your progression been like through the Sydney FC Academy? Yeah, I think it was good. I think it's successful. So I first started in the under-18s. I think I was 16 at the time. And then I had 1 year in the under-18s. And then I went up to the under-20s. And I was in the under-20s for maybe 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And then I progressed into the first team the next year. So yeah, I enjoyed my time in the academy. I made some really good friends and got coached by some really good coaches. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Jimmy Jangles, do you have a preferred position? Yeah, I do, but I'm happy to play wherever. For me, my preferred position for Sydney FC, I feel I would be right back. Obviously, you got Ryan Grant there, but it's really good to learn off Ryan in training. He's been a really good role model for me. So I'd say yeah, right back, and Buster's really helped me out with that. Kirsten from Port Kembla. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on a football pitch? I don't really know. I think that's a hard one. I can't really think of one to be embarrassed by. Maybe I think I was overseas somewhere for a academy tour sort of thing, and we were in England, and we were playing a Welsh team. And I was standing about maybe 5 or 6 meters behind the back line, so I was keeping them all onside. So they played a ball through, and the guy was past our centre backs, and I caught offside where I was clearly keeping him onside. So everyone sort of had a laugh at me, and yeah, I'd probably say that's the most embarrassing thing I've had. So yeah, that'd be it. Marco from Ashfield, what did it feel like to score your first A-League goal for Sydney FC? Yeah, that was a really special night for me because I'm actually a supporter of the club, so I went to the heaps of games when I was younger. So to score for Sydney FC in the A-League was yeah, it was pretty special, and to do it with my good mate Marco, that was pretty special too. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Lucy from Canberra, what ambitions do you have on playing overseas? I feel like every young Australian player wants to play abroad, so for me, I'd be more than happy to play anywhere overseas, to be honest. But obviously, you look at the big leagues. You've got your Bundesliga, your English Premier League, the Spanish league. So you got to set your expectations high. But look, I'm happy to play wherever overseas. But at the moment, I'm pretty happy where I am at Sydney. So yeah, but obviously, always good to play abroad. Kim from Balgala, which European team do you support? I'm a Manchester United supporter, so yeah, I support them. I supported them since I was younger. So Cristiano Ronaldo was one of my favourite players, so he sort of made me, I guess, follow them. So yeah, I'm a Manchester United supporter. Steve from Epping, what are your hobbies outside of football? I like to play a bit of golf here and there. I do fancy myself as a bit of a golf player. Surfing here and there when it's not too cold. But yeah, I'd probably say golf mostly. The hobbies, yeah, probably just golf and surfing. That's probably about it. Luke from Coogee. Of all the golfers at Sydney FC, do you consider yourself to be the best? I don't know. I've never really played with anyone besides probably Joel and Patrick Flotman and Luke Ivanovic. So I guess I'll have to have a game against. I think Luke Bratton's pretty good. Alfie's good as well. I've seen a couple of videos of him, and I think Gow's is not too bad. Ryan McGowan. So I can't really answer that. I guess I'll have to play against him soon. So yeah, that'd be good. Stephanie from Breakfast Point. What have you been doing to stay busy during lockdown? My dad's actually a steel fabricator, so we built a home gym together. So I've been doing some home gym workouts with some barbell and some Olympic weights. So I've been doing a lot of home stuff with the gym. So our strength and conditioning coach sent out a program we can do. So that's pretty helpful. I've been doing what he's been saying, and I've been playing a bit of golf here and there, and working with my dad a couple of days. But yeah, not too much. Missing football though. Peter from Alexandra. We saw your chicken curry recipe is a big hit. How often do you make it, and can you cook anything else? I don't make it too often, to be honest. Maybe once every fortnight, to get make mum and dad not cook so much. So yeah, I'd say once every fortnight. I have cooked a chicken chorizo pesto pasta once. That was pretty nice. So I'd say that's probably my other recipe I like to cook, and probably just eggs on toast. That's probably about it, to be honest. Yeah. Chloe from Camden. What goals have you set yourself for the foreseeable future? Like I said before, obviously every young kid wants to play overseas, but obviously I've got to buy my time in the A-League and just keep working harder and harder at training, and just keep getting as many minutes and as many games as possible, and learn off the players in front of me. So that's probably my goals for the future. Just keep grinding and keep working harder each day to reach my end goal, which is play overseas. So yeah, that's probably about it. Sid from Liverpool. You are a Sydney FC supporter. What can you remember about being a fan of the club, and which games? I remember one game, actually. I think I would have been about, I'm not too sure, but I remember it was Kofi Dunning's. It was his first A-League goal, and I think I was there. It was against Wellington. I think it was in the 80th minute or something, and that was probably my best memory, because he was a young kid coming onto the scene, and as every young kid, you look at the young boys come on the scene and score winning goals like that. So that was really inspiring for me, and that was probably a big moment. I think I remember being a Sydney FC fan. Brandon Pine from Hills District. Who at the club would you say have been your biggest influences among the A-League squad? Honestly, there's such a good group of lads. There's too many to name, but for me playing, I think the two guys at the back, Alex Wilkinson and Ryan McGowan, have been really helpful for me when I was playing with them. Especially my first start against Adelaide, Gowser was always in my ear, just letting me know, keep going, mate, I'm here if you need a hand and stuff. Also, Ryan Grant was really helpful for me, because he's a player I look up to. So he's been really helpful in training and just helping me out with some stuff that I can fix, and he's been really good for me with that. So yeah, I'd say probably McGowan, Wilkinson, and Ryan Grant, but they're all pretty good. So it's pretty hard to pick out a few. Ali from Winston Hills. Are there any unusual nicknames you get other than obvious H and Hazza in the sheds? There's a few. There was our first trip to Adelaide. Funny enough, I actually never heard of pesto. So I was at the table, and I just sort of wanted to keep on the down low that I didn't know what that green stuff was. So I just mentioned to Joel, what's that green stuff up there, Joel? And he goes, that's pesto. And I go, what's that? And he goes, you've never had it before? I go, no, I've never had it. So the boys thought that was pretty funny. So sometimes they call me pesto. So I guess that's a nickname. And from Rockdale, who would you say is the best looking in the team out of all the young boys? Um, I'm gonna have to go with my guy, Marco Tilio. I think Marco Tilio is pretty sharp looking. His hair's always on point, so I have to go with Marco there. Robbie from Camberdown. How did you and Tilio celebrate your first goals for the club up at the Central Coast? To be honest, not much really. We were just we got the bus home and went home because it was a Sunday night. So I guess we just, not much. We just went home and went back to training the next couple of days and just back to the drawing board. You found playing and training. So Stuart Harrowing from the UK. How have you found playing and training with Lafondra? Has he had any impact on your development? Yeah, definitely. Alfie's really good. He's a really good player to play with. His little movements off the ball have been really helpful for me as well. Especially in the Newcastle game, he made a movement towards the ball, then checked away, and I didn't quite get it, but that he taught me something there, so I enjoyed that. Craig Woods, what are your football goals, and where would you like to see yourself in 5 years? For me, I'd like to probably just play as many minutes and as many games, like I said, in the A-League, just to sort of buy my time and make a name of myself. So, and obviously the next 5 years it'd be good to be overseas playing abroad. But I'm happy where I am at the moment with Sydney for the next 2 years. So I'm really enjoying my time here. Was it weird playing on the left side of midfield and seeing Michael Zullo play right back? And do you think the Trbojevic brothers could and should have played football, and how good could they have been? Thank you and stay safe. That was from Kevin. No, it wasn't really weird playing left mid. I sort of had to do it at the time. I think I was getting a bit tired, and I think Steve saw that as well. So he thought bring on some fresh legs at that time of the game and bring in Zulls at right back. So I thought it was a good idea. And yeah, just sort of see out the rest of the game at left midfield. So yeah, that was good. And the Trbojevic brothers, yeah, I know them pretty well. They're very talented. Yeah, I guess they could have played football if they wanted to. They're pretty talented and coordinating whatever they do. So I think, yeah, if they wanted to, they could. But I think they're pretty good rugby league players. From Jovan Blagojevic, do you listen to the Sky Blue Stories podcast, and are you interested in making an appearance on it? Yeah, I've listened to it a couple of times actually, and yeah, I'd love to make an appearance on it. It'd be really cool. From Danny Adzik, what's it like playing with Ninko, and what have you learned from him? Yeah, Ninko, he's definitely one of a kind. Ninko's all class. He's just so calm on the ball, and I think everyone notices it when he's on the ball. It's just like he's got no one around him. So he's just sort of every now and then after training as well, we do some passing and first touch stuff with him. So he sort of teaches us this he opens up his body and sort of just cuts the ball one way and goes the other, and always fools people. So he's taught some of us young boys that. So I think Ninko's been really good for us young boys. From Dave Starrett, what do you consider your best position? You seem to play a fair bit in the midfield nowadays. Yeah, I've played everywhere, to be honest. I played a bit of positions in the past. I started off as a 9 and then sort of worked my way down the field. In the under 18s, I played as a 9/10, and then I came up into the 20s, and then it was a hard team to get into. So I guess Rob Stanton, the coach back then, he saw me working hard and training well, so he just wanted to put me anywhere. So I played a right back one game, and I've sort of never really gone back. So I think I prefer playing right back at the moment. I'm more comfortable there, but I can play 10 if I needed to. But I think my preferred position would be right back. Craig Woods, who is the biggest pest, and why is it Michael Zullo? I don't think Zul's as much of a pest, to be honest. I hear a lot of boys say that, but I don't find Zul's much of a pest. pest. I don't know. Everyone's sort of in their own way. I think Ryan McGowan probably ticks the box for that. So yeah, I reckon Gow's has probably got that trade, not Zul's. Michael Hughes, how are your mental health going in ISO? Yeah, I'm going fine. Obviously I miss training and playing football, but look, there's bigger problems in the world at the moment than not playing football. So I'm happy where I am at the moment. But obviously it'd be good to go back. But yeah, I'm fine mentally, so it's all good. What's it like trying to grow your first mustache? Yeah, that's a hard. I've been growing that for a while. I haven't cut it for maybe like 2 years. So yeah, it is hard. So yeah, appreciate it. From A-League means, would you rather fight 20 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Would you rather fight 20 duck-sized horses or one horse duck-size? Honestly, I have no idea. I've never really thought of that. So yeah, sorry, I can't answer you that one for you. Sorry. From Oliver Gaffin, where does Ryan Grant get his haircut? I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask him that. I'd probably say he does it himself because yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really know that. So you might have to ask Ryan yourself. From Rod McLean, Harry, do you rather chicken or beef? Yeah, chicken. Definitely chicken. Nathan Duval, who's better at FIFA, you or Ivanovic? Excuse me. Yeah, I think Luke's actually pretty good. I think he might have had me here. I've versed him a couple of times. He's beat me like probably a lot, and I've probably beat him maybe once. So yeah, I think Luke might have me there. Yeah, Luke's pretty good at FIFA. From Jake G Kings, how many derbies you won this year? Come on, you Wanderers. We haven't won any this year, mate. So yeah, I guess you guys got us on that one. Nicholas Santhus, who in the Sydney FC team gets recognised most by the general public? I'd probably have to say one of the foreigners, probably Ninkovic or Alfie. I'd say, yeah, they're pretty big overseas. So I'd say, yeah, one of those two, and they're pretty big in Australia too. Thanks guys for sending in all your questions. It's to finish now, so really appreciate it, and stay safe, and looking forward to going back to football soon. Cheers.